Hello and welcome, everybody. This is Daniel Wynn, and I have one of my top brokers from Chicago, Mr. Rick Simmons, here to talk about loan brokering and all the success and all the prosperity we're looking for in 2021. How you doing, brother?
Hey, I'm doing great. How you doing, Dan?
Oh, man, too blessed to be stressed. I went golfing yesterday. Rub it in a little.
Yeah,
It was like
yeah.
76. I was golfing yesterday, so
Enjoying the life.
I'm still waiting for you and your wife to come out here and visit me, man. Me and my wife. So what I wanted to do today, Rick, is I thank you for being one of the first people to let me interview them regarding loan brokering in 2021, because you've been involved in this business for a long time. I've been involved in this business, and I've been very, very blessed. God has blessed me and my family. I've been in this business 3 decades. I've been a
Wow.
private lender now for 10 years with the new company out here in Las Vegas. And I got, a lot of closings, a lot of blessings. And I want to share that with people across the country, like how to make a great living. But
Hmm.
look, this isn't about me. That's just the background. This is about you. So tell me
Right.
how you got started in commercial loan brokering.
I got started. It was actually during the crash, as far as
2008, 2009.
2008, 2009. I had left the traditional mortgage business and loans, and start doing other alternative forms of financing like hard money and things. And so I started around that time because it was harder to get regular loans, and I had someone with a nice line of credit who would lend on properties that people own free and clear with minimum requirements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you remember your first loan and who it was with and who the lender was? Without
I
mentioning,
actually,
whatever you can disclose there.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't mind sharing. Actually, my first loan was with Supreme Finance,
Okay.
Jay Guthman,
Okay.
and it was the acquisition of a daycare on 79th Street on the south side, east of the Dan Ryan.
Right on.
Yeah, so it was $100,000 loan, small loan, but back then, you could charge 10 points.
Yeah.
and the lender, he only wanted 2, so I
Yeah.
was able to make 8 points. So that was real sweet back then.
Yeah. Anytime you can make 8 points, it's a good day.
Right. I haven't had those days in a while.
What's nice is that because 10 years ago or however many years ago, 12 years ago, real estate's more valuable now. So you don't need to make 10 points to still make a big commission because the loan sizes are bigger
True.
a lot of times. Okay, so that you got started, you made a commission, and did that basically like turn the light bulb on? Like, hey, I want to keep doing this, and let me go find more lenders, let me find more deals. And what did you do next to try to grow that business?
Well, actually, I was already in the real estate business as well. So
Yeah.
I had some
You already had a
projects.
database.
Exactly. And, I started using that same lender to fund projects for myself. I was purchasing multi-unit properties on the south side, flipping them out. And he was funding deals for me also, as well as I was brokering them out, brokering deals out, helping individuals get access to capital who were looking to do certain transactions. So I just continued to progress in that space. And, you always meet new lenders along the way. And I believe I met you because I met a guy who you lent 40,000 to.
Okay.
And I actually don't even remember his name, but he told me, he said, I got a guy who lent me 40,000 real quick, real cool guy, didn't charge me a lot. I said, oh man, give me his number. And he gave me your number actually. And then, I mean, we've been doing business ever since. That had to be, I don't know maybe it's been a while, Dan, hasn't it?
I say 4 or 5 years easily.
Yeah, at least that.
I remember coming to your office. I mean, way before the pandemic, me and my son came to your office, and then we went to eat, we socialized.
Yeah.
Every time I come to town.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I said, you still got the invite. You got to bring the missus out here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
We're
you always.
opening our city back up for business.
Yeah, yeah. So I can tell the future brokers, at the very least, you'll get treated to a nice dinner every time you come in town.
Right
Nice
on.
dinner and drinks.
Dinner and drinks. Some gin and juice.
Yeah. So that's much appreciated.
Cool. But also, Rick, so this business it leads to other things. You just said that a minute ago. Like you got that lender to lend you some money, and then he lent one of your clients some money, and then you got him to lend you money, and then it went back and forth. And that's the beauty of once you find private lenders. Like one of my favorites is Andy Lee, and I hope to get him on a Zoom meeting and record him one day because he's an old timer.
Okay.
But Andy financed one of my deals in Hyde Park.
Okay.
And I bought this burnt out Victorian facing the lake, from the third floor, you could see the lake. Yeah. It was burnt out the back of the building. The thing is 100 years old. Andy, some broker brought me to him, and then I've been doing business with Andy for the next 15, 20 years,
Wow.
So he funded a lot of deals, and then he funded me on some deals.
Right.
And once you build, I try to come up with some things to share with people, but I think you're like one relationship away from anything. Like whether it's a good contractor, one good contractor could change your life. One good lender could change your life. One good title company one good credit repair company, right? Yeah. So this business is about relationships. What do you think?
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely about relationships.
Yeah. I mean, so tell me some other deals that you're doing now currently and I know you sent me a few deals, but what other deals do you see, and what do you see out there? What's the need on the street right now in Chicago in the beginning of 2021?
Well, there's definitely a lot of opportunity when it comes to residential multi-unit properties, for example. A lot of investors looking to get out the game, maybe looking to liquidate their portfolios, especially in light of, the rent moratoriums and things like that. So you can get, nice properties, multi-unit properties for cheap if you have the ability to ride out, the lack of rent payments for a certain amount of time. So I think it's good opportunities in Chicago to acquire, multi-unit commercial properties, especially residential and mixed use right now.
For sure.
Yeah.
Are you seeing more people? I think what you said is that more people now, because of the rent moratorium, are second guessing their real estate, whether they want to stay and be part of that.
Exactly.
They're liquidating. Yeah. I mean, I know a guy that's got hundreds of units, and Ralph hangs out with him at the cigar bar. And I know he used to brag because he had thousands of units, Yeah. And now last time I talked to him, Ralph's at the cigar bar, and he says, "I'm selling, Danny. You want to buy?" Like.
Oh, really?
Well, he said, "I'll get you his number.
Yeah, you pass that along.
I'll get you Wally's number because I think."
Hold on. What's his name? Wally?
Wally Aish.
Oh, no.
You know Wally?
Yes.
Everybody,
I'm looking at his portfolio now.
Are you?
I'm meeting with him tomorrow to talk about it.
Tell him I said hello.
Yeah, look, that's a small world, Dan.
So I know his brother, ZZ, Rocky. We used to go skiing together. I used to hang with them at the hookah bars.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Small world.
Yeah. Well, good luck. I know, but that's the thing. And I think what I was getting at is that there's seasons for everything. Like that was his season 10 years ago, 15 years ago, to acquire. And now his next season of his life, he's a little older, he's got the family, is like to liquidate and enjoy life a little more and not always you're still young. I'm in the middle between you and Wally. Maybe I'm catching up to Wally. I don't know.
Yeah, he's about 63, so I think you're
I'm a little younger than Wally, and you're younger than me. So there's a season like that people go through waves. He went through his. I've been riding a wave the last 5-6 years. You're doing great. You're riding a wave.
Yeah.
And the people that are just getting started or have already got a little bit of experience, should be riding this wave too, because
Absolutely.
Chicago is a great market. I mean, the third largest city in America.
Yep.
You got an old housing stock. You got some challenging bureaucracies to deal with, but it still works. I mean, for real estate, you just have to be patient because when you get in some of these suburbs and their inspections and all those things, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt. But
Yeah.
for me, as a hard money lender, private lender, it keeps a lot of competition out of the marketplace.
Right.
The California people in the trust deed states, they don't want to be in a judicial state where the foreclosures could take
Right.
2 years.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So you really have, me as the lender and who has a bunch of people whose money that I have under management. I have to try to pick the best, least riskiest transactions for them, and not just try to do a deal because there's a big fat commission on the side of it. Because I want the relationship. What's that?
So you're not in this just to just make money?
Oh, no, I'm a non-for-profit.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding.
I make no money, Uncle Sam. I don't make any money. I'll pay my taxes on that.
No, but no, yeah, no, and that's true, everyone. Really, I know, Dan and I we're real cool, and I'm always trying to bring some type of unique deal, your way, and you're definitely more towards, hey, is this the right fit for the investor, and so forth, to make it a win-win for everyone.
For sure. So what kind of advice would you give people that are thinking about getting started in loan brokering, commercial loan brokering?
I definitely think it's a great business and a great opportunity to have provide individuals with access to capital. And so I definitely, if you're a people person, and you like to network, it's always good to have resources for money. And so I think it's a great opportunity. I think if you're, if you're a social person, and especially now, a lot of people want to do things differently. A lot of people want to leave their jobs, or they may have to, change careers and things, so a lot of people want to get into real estate and do different things. This is a great opportunity to take advantage of individuals looking to borrow, to raise capital to do transactions. And also, once you help those clients, you can start doing transactions for yourself. So I do think it's a great opportunity. I think working with you, Dan, is a great opportunity, because you do have access to a lot of different funds and lenders for different unique needs. So again, I think it's a better time than ever now. And if someone's interested, they need to get started now. I think this is the time.
Oh, thanks. I think it's a great time because during COVID, we all are more comfortable working from home, working on the telephone now. And it's really what you and I both talk to a lot of people. They call us up and they want to borrow money. And a lot of people aren't qualified to be borrowing money, right? But they want to be in the real estate game. Yeah, I want to buy some property. I want 100% financing. I got $3,000. And what I try to tell them is, man, maybe you should get in the loan brokering business because or wholesaling, right? You don't need money. Now you just need to be a connector, a people person, a connector. You connect the people that have the money with the people that have a property, and then you match them together and you get a fee. I mean, no overhead. You don't need an office, fancy office like you got in the background there.
Yeah.
You don't need an office. You don't need a lot of staff. This is really something you could do on your own or with one other person or two other persons. In our office here, we got about 3-4 people, but we're 10 years old, and we're I like to call myself a specialty real estate investment and finance company because we're not a lender for everybody. We wanna be the right lender for the right people and form long-term relationships, not just make a one-time commission and move on.
Right. Exactly. And Dan, you mentioned connecting the buyers or the borrowers with the sellers. That's exactly how I created my business right now.
Yeah.
And that's an excellent way to expand your network and because you meet people, they'll refer you to someone else. If that transaction goes well, you may end up with buyers, you may end up with sellers, you may end up with all types of individuals. And like you said, it's minimum overhead. Because I remember when I first started with you, I did have an office. I think when I first met you, I think we were doing deals then before we actually met.
Right.
Yeah, a little while before that. So I think I could have been.
And that's why I wanted to meet you, because we made a few deals. And
Yeah,
I'm like, all right,
yeah.
let's meet Rick next time I'm in Chicago.
Exactly. So I think when I first started, it was just me. So yeah, you can do it as an individual. You don't need a big team. But the beautiful thing about it is you can grow and build, as big as you want to become.
Correct. I mean, there are companies that, even like Guaranteed Rate. Like I remember the owner of Guaranteed Rate at his last mortgage company, and they had, 10, 15 people. Today, Guaranteed Rate with Victor is now one of the top 10 mortgage lenders in the United States.
Exactly.
Exactly. So he was, he's a Chicago guy. He's like us, except he had a bigger dream, and he had more, and the thing is, at my stage in my life, man, it's all about a work-life balance. Yeah, I want to make money. Yeah, I want to help families, but I don't want to be out there, stressed out, trying to please everybody. So yeah, true, Rick. I think it's really encouraging that, that you and I have built this relationship over the years, and that, I see great things in the future. I know we still haven't started doing real estate deals. We'll save that for the next interview.
Absolutely.
But, we are finding some great deals right now. I just got a property in Broadview. Looks like we're going to close another one on 2 or 3 properties this week. I mean, it's popping.
Right.
Popping. So stay tuned for the tax training next week.
And I'll be there.
Right on. Any last words? Any tools or things that people should have if they get involved in this? Any software? Any websites? Anything like that you want to recommend?
I'm kind of old school, Dan. I built my business primarily on referrals. So the best thing I can recommend is, just connect with the right network, if you will. Individuals that are serious, have the ability, to get deals done, that already have the vision, the capacity, to do different types of transactions. Don't try to convince people to do things that they're not ready to do.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah, so definitely, be cognizant of who you connect with, who you network with, and maybe have a plan. Technology. Social media is big nowadays, obviously, and it's all type of ways to market to your network. You can my GM, his phrase, or he has a slogan: "Drop your bucket where you are." So there's opportunity right where you are, right within your network, right within people once you understand how money works, I do advise people to if they're going to be a broker, work with you, really understand how it works, understand the criteria of how it works, so you can, intelligently communicate these things.
You don't waste your time. You don't waste your time and people's time. I think the first thing I try to teach people is how to qualify a lead, because in the beginning, a new loan officer wants to help everybody like we all do. But because they don't know what they can get purchased, from their lenders, they start spending all this time listening to the stories. And it's like, well, what about this? Oh, I didn't ask that question.
Right.
Well, you just spent an hour, and it's unfortunate we're not going to help you. So what I try to teach people is how to qualify quickly. Even when you send me deals, first thing I do is I go look at the comps, and I send you back that report going.
Run that fidelity report, which kills my deals, Dan.
No, not always.
No, I'm kidding.
That one you just sent me on King Drive, it didn't kill that.
Yeah, no, hey, so let's roll, hey.
Yeah, the comps were strong on that one.
Yeah.
Good area, it's hot. All right, Rick. Hey, thank you so much for taking time out of your day, man. It's always a pleasure. This is our first time doing this. I hope we do it again more in the future.
Absolutely.
And I'll definitely be in Chicago soon, and hopefully you'll get out here, man.
Absolutely. I'm going to make it, I promise.
All right. Thanks, Rick. Have a
All
beautiful
right,
day.
man. You too. Thank you.
Thanks.